Joel Howard Taylor encourages young people to engage into positive academic ventures to prepare them for future tasks. And away from Liberia, the new president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, has been sworn into office. These stories plus many other developments are all coming up in the program Lntv News Live. But first, we are taking a short break to be back with the faces of the newsmakers. Welcome back to the program Lntv News Live. President George Weah has emphasized the importance for Liberia and Israel to promote each other in further strengthening the already existing bilateral relationship between the two countries. President Weah noted that Liberia and Israel share one common interest which must be consolidated in a spirit of peace and common understanding. He spoke Thursday at the Foreign Ministry when he received the letter of credence from Israel Ambassador to Liberia, Shani Cooper, and the Ambassador of Czech Republic, Majita Fochkova.
Let me welcome you and your team. And again, Happy New Year. And I wish you a prosperous New Year. And I wish you convey my message to my brother, His Excellency Netanyahu, who came to Liberia, I think, a year ago. We spoke on how we can visit, and I think next month we'll be going there. But in the spirit of peace, we are glad, we are happy that you have come. And we want to let you know that Israel been a long-time partner, and we are looking forward to rekindle that relationship to make sure that both countries work together in the interest of our people. So we are hoping that in February will be there. And we know what Israel is to us, and from the religious perspective, and also Israel being the pillar of agriculture and energy. So we thought that it's good for our people. But again, what is important, the long-standing relationship, we noticed that it's not like before. Because all we knew when we were young was the Israelis are here. We felt confident, and we are still confident. We hope that our government will work seriously to make sure that that relationship will be a far better one than what it is.
This was how the two ambassadors from Israel and Czech Republic, Shani Cooper and Majita Fochkova, responded.
Your Excellency, the relations between Israel and Liberia are precious. After all, Liberia was the first African country who voted for the establishment of the State of Israel in 1947. And still, until today, Liberia is standing next to us in the UN. We recognize it and we appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for that. I would like to assure you that I will do my utmost best to promote and strengthen the relations between Israel and Liberia. Your Excellency, the potential of trade and economic relations between Israel and Liberia is growing. There are a lot of Israeli companies already operating here in ports and communication, agriculture, health, but a lot of other Israeli companies are willing to invest in Liberia. Recognizing this, the government of Israel established an office, a trade office in West Africa in order to promote and to contribute to the trade and economic relations between Israel and Liberia and West Africa in general.
The diplomatic relations between our two countries are very long, and I can say truly cordial. I'm hopeful of even deeper and more dynamic relationship in the upcoming years. Your country has chosen a path of peace, prosperity and democracy, and the Czech Republic is ready to support you in this effort. Besides political relations, the Czech Republic would like to strengthen the economic relation between us, especially in trade and investment. Czech investors are willing to invest in Liberia to ensure prosperity, high living standards, and to provide more jobs for youth.
The Director General of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia and Toka says the Zaire strain of the Ebola virus has been discovered in a bat in Sanikolema, Nimba County. Mr. Yenswa said the virus was discovered in a bat during a test conducted for the Ebola virus among 5,000 bats. Dr. Yenswa said despite the discovery, Liberians should have no fear as there is not any outbreak of the virus in the country. He said there is no need for fear among the public as Liberia is 10 times safer than the last 3 years with the level of public health mechanisms put in place to keep the country safe.
We can proudly say that Liberia is 10 times safer now than pre-Ebola in preventing and detecting diseases. I can say that for sure with confidence. And the reason why I can say that, I'm also backed by the U.S. Center for Disease Control that check my box every day and say, Liberia, how are you making progress, and these are the areas we need to strengthen. And there has been no known case of Ebola in Liberia. We are still, as I speak on this podium, Ebola free. Ebola viral disease, I stood here before and told the Liberian people. And today I'm confident to say again to the Liberian people. We were saying the likelihood that Ebola came from fruit bats, and we should stop eating bats. I told you that fruit bats were carrying, those kind of bats were carrying Ebola, and this is why we prove it. We're proving that the Zaire strain of the Ebola virus can live in bats. And so, since the outbreak was over, we tested over 5,000 bats in Liberia. We've been doing research with ECHO Alliance, our U.S. Center for Disease Control, USAID, WHO. Part of my job is to keep the country safe. From the 5,000 bats that we tested in the Sanikolema district area, we found that one of those bats were carrying the Ebola strain of the Ebola virus strain, the Zaire strain of bats. And this research started in 2016, 2017 when we found it. So the community is okay, people are sound, going by the number. But just imagine, I'm telling you about 2016, 2017, we in 2019 now. So it shouldn't be a problem that we should be afraid of, but it's fine.
The national debate competition has been officially launched in Ganta City, Nimba County. The academic activity, which is organized by the group Youth for Change, will take place simultaneously across the 15 political subdivisions of Liberia, with the knockout stages taking place in Monrovia. Speaking at the launching program, Vice President Joel Howard Taylor commended the youth group for such an initiative, which she added will help develop the minds of the young people and make them better future leaders of Liberia.
I think debates help us to express ourselves, to be able to hold a position when you believe that you're on the right side, to find reasons. In law, sometimes people say lawyers are crooked or lawyers are cheaters. The thing is, in law, you must go out and find the law that supports your argument. And sometimes you'll get the wrong stake of the debate. It might be a difficult thing to say, let me go and prove why this is important. But you will always find reasons to support your debate. And what you need to do at the debate is to convince those who are listening why your point of view is better, even if it's a crazy idea. But it helps young people think. It helps young people develop. the process that you will use when you become an adult. It will help you be able to argue a point without fighting, an important point, because sometimes people don't know how to discuss, and in the end they end up fighting. It's not about a fight, it's about who can convince the other that what they are saying is the best thing. And after the war, to begin a process like this, I want to say thank you to Alex and the team who's working with him to bring these ideas back to the table, especially across our country. This will be the first time as a minister in many, many years that we'll be hosting the national debate. And I know the topics will change as we go around so that people learn. But I think it will help our young people begin to frame their own minds.
Also speaking at the program, Deputy Education Minister for Instruction Alexander Dopo said developing an ambitious program to help build the capacity of the young people is key to this sector.
We are at a crossroads, where we want to embark on implementing, ambitious programs like these initiatives. Ambitious programs like the debate, like the quizzing, the other extracurricular activities that will attract our students, that will ensure that our students are motivated to come to school. School should be exciting. It shouldn't make our kids bored. We as a government, we want results, whether tangible results or intangible results, but we want to have results in this country. We want education to be alive again. This is why the government is committed to ensure that our students continue to express interest in their own future, in their education.
Meanwhile, the head of the youth group, Alex Divine, said the idea to change Liberia through education is deeply rooted in creativity and innovation.
I'm humble to be leading committed young people, committed to change this country. Our idea to change this country is rooted in innovation and creativity. We've come a long way. I'm guided by a philosophy that states when you have something to offer your generation, the world stop to listen. And so I always find something to do to help my country. I also believe in a philosophy that I learned from a teacher way back in school when I was doing psychology. He said the you that is in you is the you that makes you the you you are. Every one of us have got a you. Better to discover it, allow us to live our full potential. Pretty much 5 years ago, we had a phenomenon erupted in this country called Super Friday. As very bad as it was at the time, many people talk about it, and I thought that government needs to be helped and not to be criticized.
Well, if you have just joined us, there is a reminder that you are watching Lntv News Live, a 30-minute presentation of all the latest developments about Liberia, Africa, and our global village. It's Friday, January 25, 2019. My name is Zokwe Beslokonen, anchoring this edition of the program. Let's recap our top stories. Government urges residents of Sanibol in Nat to panic following the discovery of the Zaire Ebola strains found in a bat in Limba County. President George Manawia receives letters of credence from 6 ambassadors, including Israel and Czech Republic. Youth for Change launches national debate competition nationwide as Vice President Joe Howard Taylor encourages young people to engage into positive academic ventures to prepare them for future tasks. And away from Liberia, the new president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, has been sworn into office. Lntv News Live takes a short break to be back with more developments. Welcome back to Lntv News Live. Assistant Mines Minister Emmanuel Swen has termed the Hummingbird Agreement recently signed by the government as the best agreement for the sector in recent years. His statement follows recent criticism in some quarters that the agreement is not in the interest of the masses. But according to Assistant Minister Swen, under the law, a 3% for the two parties is provided for every mineral for the sole purpose of regulation and structure, adding that the 3% in question was for royalty and not equality as claimed by critics, something he termed as untrue. He spoke in an Lntv interview Thursday.
In that agreement, when you read the agreement, section 22.7, you'll notice that Liberia has a free 10% carrying equity. That is by law. It didn't do for any of our laws. At the same time, few years back, when Minister Eugene Shannon was Minister of Mines for Land, Mines and Energy, Augustine Gafan was Minister of Finance, and Freedom Tama, former LRA boss, was Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Finance. They signed a regulation that provides for fees, structure, and royalty for every mineral. They set the royalty for gold at 3%. So it is by law. We could not change it. So the 3% in the Hummingbird Agreement, it is the royalty but not equity. So that is the mistake people making. So we did not give Liberia a wrong agreement. That Hummingbird Agreement is one of the best since after the war.
Meanwhile, Minister Swen has also expressed fear and serious concern in the influx of Ghanaians carrying out illegal mining along the coastal lines across the country. He said the situation requires urgent security attention aimed at arresting the issue.
We have this problem with the huge inflow of foreign nationals in our artisanal and small-scale mining sector, especially the Ghanaians. And I'm not being racist, neither am I being discriminatory. But what I'm saying this because it's reaching a point where it will become a national security issue. We have these Ghanaians landing on all of our coastal lines. They use this machine, canoe. They come and land along the coast. They come with these engines that are used to build mini dredges, and they just enter the communities, find these water bodies, build those dredges, start to mine, and start to give handouts to community people as the means of building relationship. That leads to the community people accepting them. And so as they get settled, they have no mining rights, but they are all over almost all the water bodies in our country.
As the division of Bon County lingers and a bill currently at the legislature for the creation of Bon Range County within Bon County, Senator Toka has expressed uncertainty about his decision on division of the county. Speaking to reporters at his Capitol building office Wednesday, Senator Toka said he remains unsure whether dividing the county is in the interest of Bon citizens.
No one had convinced me. During my campaign, I visited some villages of old people and they acknowledged this boundary. So if it comes on the floor, I would like to know who you consider people from Upper Bon County. Are you including me? Francois Gogo, or you had chunked me to Upper Bon, you had thrown Kerry, Cuddington, and other things to Upper Bon. So I have that one because we won't be independent. I do not distinguish between Lower Bon, Upper Bon, Under Bon, and Over Bon. I am a senator for Bon County. And anything that I want to do, I will do it equally. There are other areas that want to break away. They don't just have the political something. The St. John River County, they want to establish, including Kokoya and some part of Upper Bon. The other one, the Jongo Jin Camp. In other places, I don't know whether it will be in our interest to divide up. I don't know.
Meanwhile, Senator Toka has disclosed that more than $350,000 United States worth of hospital supplies have been distributed to various health facilities in Bon County.
There were no gloves, there was no pain medicine, there was no alcohol, there was nothing. And I became curious. After I stayed there for a day or two, I went to a Dunbar clinic, I went to the pharmacy, the same problem. And report coming from the Beaumont hospital, the same problem. I said, no, one of the first things I will do is to pay attention to the hospital supplies. I did not go for medication because the process of purchasing medication in and out of any country and entering your country is a long process. We didn't have the luxury of time. In the States, I have a group of supporters called the Toka support group, Friends of Toka. During my campaign, they raised about $20,000 for me to help me with my campaign. It was this group that I went to thank them and told them that I can make promise. And through their help, we were able to obtain more than $350,000 worth of hospital supplies. And it cost my wife and myself about a little over $15,000 United States to ship those things to Monrovia and hire trucks to carry them to Banga.
Gender Minister Willimetto Sidi Tar wants West African leaders to do more by empowering women entrepreneurs. She was speaking recently when the government of Liberia and the ECOWAS Commission launched the ECOWAS 50 Million Women Speak project in Monrovia.
For a very long time, women entrepreneurs in Liberia and Africa at large have been faced with many gender-related barriers. These obstacles include poor education and entrepreneurial training, low property rights that prevent them from having collateral and tangible assets, legal barriers that undermine our own economic activities, and cultural barriers that put a wedge on our advancement in business. In short, it is difficult for women because of these constraints to access financial and non-financial services. This state of affairs greatly affects the size and prosperity of women-initiated businesses in Liberia and, by extension, sub-Saharan Africa.
Also speaking at the program was ECOWAS Ambassador to Liberia, Babatunde Ajisomo. Mr. Ajisomo also paid tribute to the government of Liberia under the leadership of President George Manuel Weah.
The government of President Weah has left no one in doubt of a strong commitment to the issues of women empowerment, as the President rightly earned the title of Feminist in Chief at an International Women Conference that was held in Monrovia in October 2018. In December last year, President Weah also launched a $3 million microfinance loan for small businesses, which hopefully a large number of Liberian small-scale businesswomen will benefit from. Ladies and gentlemen, it is also noteworthy that the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, under the able leadership of Madam Willimetto Tar and a dynamic team, are making conscious efforts to reposition the ministry activities with renewed vigor and determination by putting gender matters on the front burner. It is a disconnection that ECOWAS designates the Ministry of Gender as the focal ministry to drive this remarkable project in Liberia, along with members of the country team that will be inaugurated today, with a view to mobilizing Liberian women entrepreneurs to take advantage of the economic opportunities in the country, as well as connect them with their counterparts in other parts of the African continent through this platform. Let me at this junction commend the ECOWAS officials at the Gender and Development Center in Dakar, Senegal, who have been charged with the implementation of this global project in all our member states, as well as coordinating with other regional economic organizations in Africa. It is heartwarming that the ECOWAS Gender Center has since May last year to date facilitated the inauguration and hosting of country project teams in 12 member states in our sub-region.
EcoBank Liberia has commissioned 2 automatic teller machines, ATMs, at the Liberia National Police to ease the challenge surrounding officers getting cash from the bank. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony, EcoBank Liberia Managing Director George Mensah Ashanti said the ATMs will provide 24-hour service to officers of the LMP.
With the deployment of these 2 ATMs at the doorsteps of the police, police officers will no longer have to leave their busy schedules, go out and withdraw cash. We have brought both United States dollars and LRD ATMs to them. With the LRD ATM, police officers do not need an ATM card to withdraw. They can generate an e-token via the all-new EcoBank mobile app and receive their cash from the ATM. This is EcoBank's way of appreciating the police, as they are not only our customers, they are also protecting the lives and property of all of us in Liberia. With the deployment of these two ATMs,
on behalf of Police Inspector General, Police Commissioner Ambrose Nimbo lauded the bank for the gesture and urged EcoBank to conduct civic education on how to use the machines.
So the LNP, on behalf of the senior management, applaud this effort. And we are hoping that the effort will benefit the LNP officer based on the continuous availability of cash, because that has been some of the challenges we face. So we are hoping that since our DOMO providing security, it will also benefit us, and that we look forward for more opportunity, improvement that will improve or enhance the welfare of members of the Liberia National Police. And finally, we will also appeal to you to provide some form of education pertaining to the withdrawal of the Liberia. I don't have to do with the ATM card. Obviously, may not be knowledgeable of that. So we appeal to you, maybe we can provide a space for a tutorial or orientation that will help our officer.
The management of the Eye of the Globe honored the Director of Maintenance at the House of Representatives, Joseph Gua, for his invaluable services he has rendered to that august body. His recognition comes as a result of the contribution he has rendered, ensuring that the House is for use by the Honorable House of Representatives. During the program, Mr. Joseph Gua appreciated the Eye of the Globe for the recognition.
My success, our success to succeed in maintaining this place under some constraint, is as a result of the cooperation I enjoy from my staff. They are committed staff. They are very humble. Sometimes I go against their will. Like, sometimes they are on their way. I remember 2 times, if not 3. I went to the boss when they were already seated about to depart, and I told them, gentlemen, you got to calm down. All of you got to calm down.
Well, let's now bring you our foreign development. The new president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, has been sworn into office. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta was the only African head of state out of 17 invited to watch the ceremony at the presidential palace in Kinshasa. President Tshisekedi is taking over from Joseph Kabila in the first peaceful transfer of power in the country in nearly 60 years, but many still dispute his victory in last month's presidential election. Numerous sources say his opponent Martin Fayulu won a landslide victory and has been denied office by a backroom deal between Mr. Kabila and Mr. Tshisekedi. The influential Catholic Church, which deployed election observers on voter day, said the official data did not match its own numbers. Mr. Fayulu's appeal to the Constitutional Court for a vote recount was rejected, and critics say the body is too close to outgoing President Kabila and lacks independence. Well, that does it from the foreign scene. Let's now recap our major stories. Government urges residents of Saninkole not to panic following the discovery of the Zaire Ebola strains found in bat in Nimba County. President George Manuel receives letters of credence from 6 ambassadors, including Israel and Czech Republic. Youth for Change launches national debate competition nationwide as Vice President Howard Taylor encourages young people to engage into positive academic ventures to prepare them for future tasks. And away from home, the new president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, has been sworn into office. Well, this is how we come down to the program Lntv News Live. Many thanks to you all for your viewing role. Many thanks to all of our reporters, correspondents, technicians, switchers, and editors for making this package a success. Lntv News Live is a production of the television department of the Liberia Broadcasting System. This program comes on every Monday till Friday, with the early edition at 10 to 10:30 in the morning and the late edition at 8 to 8:30 in the evening. On behalf of the entire television staff, my name is Zokwe Beslokonen. I've been anchoring this edition. Have a pleasant day. Bye-bye for now.
Hello, darling.
How are you? I'm away home for lunch.
Okay, darling. Oh my God. This cooking girl is very frustrating.
Baby! What's happening?
Sweetie, the cooking gas again. The thing is empty and the stove is not working.
Same excuse every time. With breakfast?